on over to dinner? He wants to know. He wants to be sensitive to the culture. So he says, you know, I'm coming to your house, you're making food, you do it all. So he says to me, should I bring wine, a bottle of wine to dinner? And this is just the should, just means it's this. Is it a good idea? This is a good idea. I mean, what do you think? And I say, well, you don't have to. You don't have to. But then, it's not this one. It's this one. Because I said, you don't have to. We have wine at our house already. We already have some wine. But if there's a special wine you'd like us to try, bring it. We can have it. It's not necessary, but it's your choice. If you want to bring a wine, that's fine. Don't feel like you have to. If you don't have a wine, don't go and buy it. But if you have one and you want to open it and share with somebody else, bring it. It's fine. No problem. It's great. But don't make a special trip. It's your choice. Do you understand? These are the two ways that we talk about don't have to. Now, to make, this is the negative. But the have to means it's like a requirement. A requirement. It's something that someone can force on you or you can force on yourself. You make yourself do it. Like, for example, I have to go to bed. I am so tired. I have to go to bed. We can say that too. That's forced on myself. Or I have to turn in this paper by 3 o'clock. If I don't, it's late. That's required by somebody else. Okay? To make this into a question is, do I have to double space this? Is it a requirement? Do I have to go to the TOEFL? Is it a requirement? Do I have to go to class if I feel sick? Okay. You would never say, do I have to bring a bottle of wine to dinner? No, you don't. I mean, no one ever forced bring wine or I'll kill you. It's not like that. It's a dinner. You never force someone to do something like that. So there are situations where you're asking about social, just social. These are all social, actually. Everything is social.
Maybe it's a requirement for the party or the, I don't know.
Say it again. Maybe it's a requirement for what?
For go to the party or the.
Oh yeah. Okay. Do I have to go to the party?
Yeah.
Do I have to go to?
Maybe
I don't want.
if you are going to a social place, sometimes say, okay, bring your.
Bring something.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's possible. We have parties and we say everybody's coming. So my daughter went to a party. It was for everybody who was in her grade. Everybody who was in 8th grade. Now they said if your last name starts with A through I don't know G, bring desserts. If your last name starts with the letters H through M, bring drinks. If it's N through Z, bring snacks, something like that. And then, but she would, if she doesn't know, because she hasn't gone to many parties like this, she always goes to family parties or small parties where one person does everything. So she's never gone to a big party. Maybe she says to me, do I have to bring dessert? I'll say, no, you don't have to bring dessert. It's not a big deal. If you don't bring dessert, if you feel bad, don't eat anything. If you feel guilty, just don't eat anything and say, I didn't bring anything, I won't eat. But you don't have to. If you don't have something, you can still walk in. No one cares. It's just a way to participate. It's not a big deal. If you want, bring 2. It doesn't matter. So maybe if someone who doesn't know would say, ask me, do I have to bring something? Maybe she thinks if she doesn't bring dessert, they won't let her in the party. And that's when I would say, no big deal. No one cares. So this is, do I have to? This is asking about a requirement, asking about something. Which is different than this. Is it a good idea? Sometimes you want to know, so you say, I'm bringing my parents into class. And I'll say, oh my gosh, it's Ramadan. Should I shake your father's hand? Is that okay during this time? One time I was at a store and it was during Ramadan and I said to the father, hello, how are you? And I felt so afterwards, maybe this was not a good idea. I don't know, because I had a reaction. I thought, this is how we do it too. We just shake hands. We don't think about if it's the wrong occasion to do something like that. So we don't know. So maybe I could say to the student, I shook your father's hand. Should I have done that? Was that a bad idea? I'm getting some reactions here. Like, no, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. You're saying.
With our family, some people they don't like it. But
Okay.
So that's families.
Right. So that's why I would have to ask, individually. I don't know. I don't know the culture in general, but to know individual families would be hard to know what people accept and don't accept. Okay, so that's with the, these are not exactly the opposites, because this one has this two. Don't do it, or, you decide. And have to is talking about, is it a requirement? So this is asking about the requirement. Now can't is the opposite of this. This is right. That's right. This can't is talking about not allowed. Or, but see, can't is so big. Can't means, one thing is not allowed. And you could say, okay, I'm sorry, but you can't park here. Do you see the sign over there? It says faculty. You can't park here. Means you're not allowed. But can't also means like, oh, I can't get in these pants. I've gained weight. It's not about, it's a different kind of can't, right? I can't put on my pants anymore. I've gotten fat. So, or I can't go to sleep. I don't know why I'm tired, but I can't fall asleep. All these are different types of can'ts. Okay, like you can't get good food, in this area. All the food is bad. You can't get good fish because it's landlocked. If you want to get good fish, you have to go to that city. They have a great lake.
Ability.
What?
Ability.
It could be, so can't is about ability, opportunity, permission. It's a lot. It's general, okay? But it's different for when you're talking about, this means it can be, you're not allowed, and this one means it is a requirement, and those are opposites. Okay. The other ones, I just want to mention to you, so don't have to becomes didn't. That makes sense. That works. And the could and might, could have and might have means you didn't. So the could and might are just suggestions. They are equal. They're weaker than should, but could and might are when you give suggestions. And suggestions are weaker than advice or expectations, different. But when you say you could have or you might have, this is talking about something you didn't do. You did not do. So if I say to you, last night I waited all the time. Why didn't you call? And you say, well, I got busy. And I'll say, well, you could have called. It just takes 10 seconds. You could have called. And you wouldn't say, no, I didn't call. Because when I say you could have called, it means you didn't call, but you should have. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's talking about that kind of suggestion. You didn't, but it would have been a good idea okay? Now, could is interesting too. I want to talk about this. Could have, this part makes it pass. And of course, we're talking about here V3, whatever, given, called, whatever you want. But what I want you to know about this is this has two meanings too. Ability and opportunity. So let me think about good examples. Ability is like a talent, opportunity is like a chance or something like that. So if I say, or they could have, let's see. Here's another one.